Have you ever heard the whispers of the wind as it rustles through the old willow trees? They say if you listen closely, you can still hear the story of the silent guardians of Oak Haven. It's a tale not found in any history book, but etched into the very soul of our village, a story of courage that saved us all. Long ago, when the drums of war thundered across the valleys, Oak Haven was a peaceful little hamlet nestled by the river. We had our farms, our families, and our festivals. But peace is a fragile thing. An invading army, a relentless iron tide, swept through the land, devouring everything in its path. They demanded our harvest, our homes, and our freedom. Fear, cold and sharp, gripped every heart. The village elder, a man with eyes as deep as the forest, knew that resistance was a death sentence, but submission was a slower, more painful end. It was then that 6 figures emerged from the crowd. They weren't soldiers or knights. They were Alara, the baker's daughter, with flour still on her hands. Kale, the quiet blacksmith, his arms strong from the forge. Finn, the young hunter who knew every secret path in the woods. Lyra, the weaver, whose fingers could craft stories into tapestries. Ronan, the old fisherman whose laughter was as loud as the river's roar. And Brian, the stonemason who had built half the cottages in Oak Haven. They were ordinary people. Our neighbors, our friends. They called themselves the Silent Guardians. They knew a direct fight was impossible. The army was a beast, and Oak Haven was but a lamb. So, they chose a different path, a path of sacrifice. Their plan was as daring as it was heartbreaking. They would become a diversion, a phantom enemy, to lead the invaders away, under the cloak of a moonless night. They set their plan in motion. Finn used his knowledge of the woods to create false trails, leading patrols on wild goose chases into the treacherous marshlands. Kale, the blacksmith, forged caltrops and simple traps, not to kill, but to slow and confuse the army's advance, making them believe a much larger force was hiding in the shadows. Alara used her knowledge of herbs to create potent sleeping powders, which she and Lyra would sneak into the enemy's supply wagons, causing chaos and paranoia within their ranks. For weeks, the 6 of them were ghosts. They moved like whispers in the night. They'd strike a supply line here, cause a